Do you use the public transportation often?
Yes, I do use it every day. I don't know what I would do without public transportation. Every day I commute to work, and I also go to see my friends every day after work. And I get to them by using public transportation.
Does your city have a good public transportation system?
It has an amazing transportation system. Here I would mention the bus lines. Not only do they take you everywhere, the tickets are also very, very cheap. But here I'm talking about monthly passes. If you just want to buy a ticket for one ride, it can be a bit pricey. I mean, if you buy a monthly pass, its price is 10 times higher than the price for a ticket that only allows you one ride. I think the authorities made the monthly ticket so cheap. I mean, in my opinion, it's cheap because, for example, I use monthly tickets probably more than 100 times during the month. But anyway, I think the monthly ticket is so cheap because the authorities wanted to stimulate people to use public transportation so they don't drive cars.
Does your city have a metro?
Yes, it does have a few metro lines, and sometimes it's better to use metro instead of the bus lines. But that is not often the case. I would say the metro is really good, it's really modern, but because it's not used as often as the buses are, the space in the metro is limited, which reflects the fact that not that many people need to use the metro.
Does it take long for you to commute to your work?
From this new apartment that I'm living, I would say it takes a long time. To get to my work, I need 1 to 1.5 hours. And to be honest, this long commute is also unpleasant because I have to change 3 buses. It actually feels as though I'm commuting longer because of all those changes that I need to make. But what can I do? That's life.
Do people in your city prefer to use the public transportation or to drive their own cars?
They prefer to use public transportation because it's considerably cheaper than owning a car. So I would say the main reason is money. But also, another reason because of which people use public transportation is because the inhabitants of my city support the green agenda. They support the policies which are kinder to the environment.
You will have 60 seconds to prepare, and then you will speak for between 60 to 120 seconds. Start speaking now.
I went to Barcelona. I saw really cheap tickets from my city, and I decided to take advantage of them. I've never been to Barcelona, but I saw it many times in movies, in documentaries, or when I was just surfing through the web. I always thought that Barcelona was a beautiful city and the city that I needed to visit. I have to say that I really enjoyed the city. my opinion about Barcelona was confirmed. It really is a beautiful city. I especially like how the blocks of apartments are organized. I also enjoy talking to people over there. They were really happy. They had a sunny disposition. The city had also a lot of bike lanes, and I really enjoyed driving bicycles through the city. The city had a great system where you could rent bicycles, and I took full advantage of that. Another thing that was really nice was the fact that there were many cafes from which you had a great view at the sea and the beaches. The only thing I didn't like was the price of the accommodation. I think the value of the apartment was lower than the price I had to pay for it.
In your opinion, why do people prefer to go to destinations that are warm when they are on their holidays?
Because we simply love warmer places. I mean, there are people who also like to travel to colder places, but I think 90% of people want to go to places that are sunny, that are warm. Everybody that has the possibility to go to warmer place goes there. I mean, almost everybody who has the possibility does that. I think it's a human instinct to do that.
How long should the paid vacations be?
I think that we should get between 2 to 3 months paid vacation. I know that a lot of companies and corporations would be against that, but I think it wouldn't be a problem for them to make a profit and still give us, the workers, these great benefits. In many countries, paid vacations are 6 weeks, and I think that's okay, but I really think that we should get more than that. Sadly, I think we never get to the point where we can get those 2 or 3 months.
What do you think of people who never go on vacation?
I think that they are probably workaholics, or that they don't have the possibility to do so, or maybe they simply don't know how to organize themselves. For example, I have a friend who earns more than me, but he's not great at managing his income, so he ends up not having the money that's necessary to go on a trip. I'm great at saving money, so I can travel much more than he does.
Should we always go to a new place when we are on our holidays?
In my opinion, we don't have to do that. I often go to places that I liked in the past. I like to visit new places, but I will revisit a place that was amazing for me. For example, I went to Egypt many times because I just love what the country has to offer in terms of food and in terms of sights that you can see over there. There are people who believe that we should always go to new places. Even though I respect that, I am somebody who personally disagrees with it.
Do you think that a person can have fun when they travel alone?
I think that many people are afraid to do this, but I think everybody can have fun if they travel alone. The majority of the times when I travel by myself. And I have to tell you, those are the trips that I enjoyed the most. When you travel with others, you have to think about them. What do they need? What do they want to do? And when you travel alone, you are just thinking about yourself and you can relax and enjoy all the experiences.